And we'll just let the conversation unfold as it will.
You want some old stuff?
Well, we want whatever you got.
Boy, I've got it. I've got
Okay.
it. My had cousin was a pickup man.
Yes.
He used to ride shotgun on the stagecoach. And that's why I rode in the parade of stagecoach. My cousin was on the whip.
He was a whip man, huh?
Oh, God, they came around that far turn one time. And what do you call a wheel horse? The one close to the coach?
I'm not sure.
Whatever it is, it went down, dragging his foot, and nothing could stop. Yeah.
They're just dragging along.
Oh, yeah, till they finally got the thing stopped. Yeah, they used to have a lot of good stagecoach races here. Yeah.
Wally, let's start out by having you give us your full name, birth date, and birthplace.
Okay. Full name is Wallace. Middle initial is O for Oliver. After my dad, and my last name is Dillon. And my birth date, oh my God, I'm older than dirt. March 29th, 1926.
1926.
I was 2 months younger than Buck Miner. And I was born in Yakima, Washington.
Tell us a little bit about your family ancestry and your mother and your father.
Oh, well, my mom's dad let you know, Olson's Swede, and he was a big, I got a lot of Swede in me, is what it is.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, Mom was born in Chicago.
Okay.
And Salvation Army brought him out to Colorado, as Grandma called it. Had a glove factory, and it was great. Fort Allen is on the history books. And then they got an alkali, couldn't farm, lost everything, so we went back to Chicago.
Okay.
And this time, the Salvation Army, brought them out to Yakima, and I got a ton of them out there.
Now, when you say the Salvation Army brought him out, what do you mean by that?
Well, they were members of the Salvation Army,
Okay.
and that's what they did. The Army brought them out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a church group, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I still give to them.
Yeah.
They're great people. Yeah. But, and Dad was born in what they called Franklin County, Virginia. There was no town. He was a tobacco farm or something he was raised on, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Yakima is where you were born.
Yes, St. E's. Yeah. I started school, what was that? September of 31.
Okay.
And up till Christmas, and Dad transferred up to Ellensburg. So we came up here. Christmas Eve, we rode up on the stage, yeah. And,
What did he do for a living here?
Metropolitan Life, one of the
Okay.
leading agents. I got a picture of him when he was in New York, California, you name it, he went there with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So he was a MetLife man as
yeah.
well? Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's how
Wasn't
he
that
met.
your business?
Yeah, that's how he met my mother.
Oh, okay.
She was a cashier at the old Liberty Theater in Yakima, which is no longer there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where we met her. And no, I didn't. I was with him a while. That's why I got a service. Then I went flying commercially. I stayed back east.
Oh, okay.
I was flying for 20 years.
That's right. I forgot.
That's
about
my
that
wife.
part of the story.
My wife is a single mother.
Yeah.
I fly out those jets out the West Coast. You're out here for a week or two.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in fact, when Mike was born, she didn't listen because I told her when I get back, I'll have my days off. Then we'll do it. Well, it seems she's coming out dancing, so she had cesarean. So when I got back, she'd already had him.
She had a boy.
Already had him. But anyhow, that was funny when I came here to school. Lifelong friend, Buck Miner,
Okay.
had moved from Montana September of 31.
Oh, okay.
So he had about 3 months in school, and over here to Washington Grade School.
Oh, be darned.
You walk in that front door, turn left, and that was Ms. Whittendale's class. I think there was 40-some of us.
Oh, be darned.
And he met me at the door.
Okay.
Knew I was scared. He says, "Hi, I'm Floyd Miner." And we went on the best all the way. He put me on the rodeo board when your dad retired.
Yeah.
And him and I drove a school bus together.
Oh, be darned.
You wouldn't let kids do that today, our age. Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your wife, Wally.
Oh, she was a wonderful lady. You knew her, didn't you?
I
You
absolutely
sure
did,
did.
yeah.
She worked. She,
Chloe was her name?
Chloe.
Chloe.
Her real name was Clotilde,
Okay.
French. Her grandmother was a Clotilde from France, and her grandfather was from Spain.
Oh,
And they moved to Puerto Rico, and they had a big sugarcane plantation. He dressed in white, you know how they do and this stuff.
okay.
So that's from Chloe's father was born. So actually, he was Puerto Rican and born in the island. And Velez was her maiden name.
And where was she raised?
The Bronx, New York.
Okay. And you remind me how you met each other?
Oh, that's a wild one.
How did she get to Yakima, I guess?
Oh, once you got, but you know, that was so funny. I chased my ship out in the South Pacific. Finally caught it. I got aboard. And the sailor came up and he says, boy, you need a haircut. So he took all my hair off for me. Became the best of buddies. And we got back, the war was over, and we got into Brooklyn Navy Yard. And he went in town. I didn't leave the ship. My mother told me not to. So, but he went in this PepsiCo canteen deal and met this cadet nurse. Wanted to go out with her. She said, safety numbers. You bring a guy, I'll bring a gal.
Okay.
So Joe came back to get me. No, I'm not good. Well, he finally talked me into try it out anyway. And the gal I was supposed to go out with, her brother just came home from overseas, so she has clothes to take her place.
Oh, okay.
Now, every sailor clothes known is about 5'6". She's around trying to find low heels, comes out here, I'm 6'2", standing there 180. Skids around. She went and got shoes. Well, that's how I met her. And the food I didn't know was so bad in that hospital. I'd never been with a girl before. She's my first date. I said, what are we going to do? Well, let's go eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Oh, God, we got
The rest is history.
Yeah, we got a, she wrote on the picture for us there in one of these restaurants, the Grotto. 7-course Italian meal, it cost $1.25. It cost an Edison Hotel she put. Yeah, that's how we met.
So, you came back home to Ellensburg after the war. What, did you call for her, or how did she get out?
Oh, no. What happened, we were married, I'm all right. I wouldn't get married till I got out of the Navy. I got out of the Navy May the 4th and married May the 11th. Same day as Dr. Devney. He was always kidding me about that. But, no, we got, that was May.
Okay.
We stayed in New York, raised enough money to come out. We came out here in September of, oh boy, 46. And then we were here, I don't know, about 4 years, and the Korean War broke out, and they took me back in, even though I had 2 little girls. So Chloe took the 2 little girls and went back home then until I got out.
Yeah.
And so when I got out, we stayed back there, and I worked 3 jobs at once to raise money, and went to school and the whole schmear, and I ended up being a commercial pilot.
Yeah.
And I flew jets then for 20. Yeah. But, and you know, she came out then, we came out here in 71, and like she said, she just misses the relatives. That's all. She loved it out here.
Yeah.
She, you know, there's always 4-H
Yeah,
up there and
yeah,
rodeo, everything, yeah.
Were your folks still alive when you moved back?
No, I tell you.
What brought you back to Ellensburg, I guess?
Well, she said, let's go back. No, let's see. My dad died, oh boy, 49,
Oh,
just
okay.
while we were here for, yeah. And no, Mom wasn't there either. When she died later on the coast, so I had to go out to the funeral.
So what attracted you back to Ellensburg?
Well, Chloe said, let's go back to Ellensburg. That's where you were raised.
Okay. Remind me how old your kids were then.
Oh, well, let's see. Now, we came home. That was, well, Sue was born, we were married in 46. She was born in 47, and Sandy born here. Both of them were born here where Safeway is today.
Oh,
That used to be that little hospital.
Yeah.
And she was born in 49, as Sandy was.
Okay.
So they're 2 years apart. So time we, no,
59 must have been.
no, Sandy? No, I was married in 46. It's legal.
I guess I don't know Sandy's. I'm speaking out of
Oh,
turn.
I
I'm
guess you
sorry.
don't know her, do you?
No.
Huh?
Denise is close to my age, though.
Yes, yeah. Well, Denise was born, oh boy, in New Jersey, yeah. Yeah. Her and Mike, yeah. Oh, I got more you don't even know. I got a son who's an attorney back in Maine, too.
Oh, okay.
But he was born, he's older, yeah.
So you have the 4 children?
6.
6, okay.
All boys but 4, huh?
Well, tell us a little bit about your, was your family involved with the Ellensburg Rodeo?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Just, we came home, I don't know how Chloe got, well, when I got on the board then, she was up there all the time.
But your parents, when
No,
you were
no.
growing up here,
No, my cousin was the pickup man here, and that And so I was always up there, and he always had a horse for me or a coach or
Okay.
something, yeah.
So as a youngster, you were part of the Ellensburg Rodeo?
Well,
in
yeah,
terms
let me
of
put it, did you ever know Irving Marsh?
I don't know if I did. Yeah, maybe I did.
Told a Tide oil dealer here, yeah. Always gave out candy. Anyhow, he was kidding me, after I got on the board. He says, you know what? When you were 10, I hired you up here $1 for the 3 days I ushered to rodeo, and I did. He said, you've gone from usher to board member.
So you'd have been a middle school kid, junior high kid, or high school?
Yeah,
kid
we
when
didn't
you
have
were
middle
usher?
school then.
Okay.
What happened? For Morgan School, in 35, when they put the gym on,
Yeah.
they had empty classrooms. So anybody on the south end of town had to go to Morgan to school, 4th grade.
I'll be darned.
So I went down there 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th,
You were there for quite a while.
because I lived out on Capitol.
Oh, okay.
They were just past the greenhouse, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was all wooden sidewalks in those days down
I'll be
there.
darned.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, gosh.
So your involvement with the Ellensburg Rodeo has spanned from a youngster as an usher and a
Oh, yeah.
spectator and you had a relative as a pickup man,
Yeah.
you said, to going and fighting in World War II and raising a family and flying commercial airplanes. And then in the early 70s, you came back to
71, yep.
okay,
mhm.
to make your home.
Yeah, I was ready to get out. Oh, the rush was, now where we're living now, it's like it was, I got out of Jersey, jammed.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to get out of all the traffic.
Got it.
So they came on home then, yeah. Well, I call home, you know. So,
Who are some of you talked about Bobby Romer a little bit. And
oh, I can
who
go
are some of the cowboys that you remember?
way back. Let's go back to about 1942, I think it was. Fritz Truan, champion saddle bronc rider.
Okay.
He's the guy in New York. They had him up on a building, his mouth been blowing smoke out, camel ads.
Oh, we know.
And darn it, he won saddle that year. Then he joined the Marines and he was killed at Guadalcanal, I think, yeah. He was a good one.
Yeah,
He would, of course, I've seen the others too. I go so far back, the Lindermans,
sure.
Bill and them, yeah. And, gosh, oh, Joe Alexander, he rode bareback sitting up, not laying back on his
He
head.
did. He was an upright.
Oh, was he ever?
Yeah.
He won the world here.
Yeah, yeah. Forgot.
And Denise gave him his buckle, and he came back next year, so she got his autograph in the picture.
Tell us a little bit about Denise's involvement with the Ellensburg Rodeo.
Well, she started, we came home, she got in the Wranglerettes, you know
Okay.
all about the Wranglerettes, and did that. And, oh boy, now my mind, I'm old. My mind, you're getting me now.
Pretty darn sharp, I think.
Yeah, did that. And what she did, she fooled me completely. She was going to college or something back east. Lost a lot of weight and everything else. And the next thing she came home, I didn't know, she was going to run for rodeo queen. Never knew a thing about it.
I'll be darned.
And then she got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
remember that.
Oh, gosh. My wife was up there with them Royal Court, not with Denise, but the first one she had. I had them up here at the college, roomed, and she'd spend every night washing and ironing those uniforms for the next day.
That was part of her.
That's what she did on her own.
You were the
Director
board
of the-
member in charge of the Royal Court.
Yeah, yeah.
And so by default, Chloe got to
Yeah, that's what
do
she,
all the ironing and laundry.
that, oh, God, she did, I tell you what, she really did, she did. And at rodeo, she works with the announcer, getting who's coming out next on dogging or,
Oh,
you know, change names around.
Yeah,
I've got the nicest thank you from, before he was killed, Phil Gardenhire, thanking Chloe and I for all his help, or our help that we gave him.
Weren't you a sound man as well?
Yep,
Yeah,
had that.
that's right. Yeah.
And what happened, oh gosh, trying to think who had us here with the big sound system and all. That Budweiser, somebody, I forgot who it was.
Yeah, I don't
We put it up, yeah, I don't either. Anyway, J.D. Brune was head of that, he was a neat guy. Well, he took a lightning strike in Palatine, New York, Illinois. That's the same weekend we are. So he said, well, I gotta get out of here. So Denise jumped on the computer So she's doing everything on the computer. And old Phil says, yeah, and JB's running a computer. I said, no, he isn't. He's not even here. She did it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she could do it.
That's a
Yeah.
family event. That's, we hear that a lot with
Oh,
these
yeah.
oral histories about how one person's family member's involvement in the Ellensburg Rodeo grows to multi-generational and spousal, of course.
Yeah, and then I started something too back then. I put John Taylor, the barrel man.
Okay.
I put the first mic on him like this.
Oh, really? Okay.
I started that. Now they're all, the rodeos got mics on them, but
Yeah.
I'm the one, I started right here in Ellensburg.
I'll be darned.
Yeah,
Mic'd up, they
yeah,
call it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those guys. He
Did
was
you
something
ever get
else.
a chance to ride in the bull chariot?
No, thank you.
Huh?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
I
I
asked,
was offered and I wouldn't get in it. But,
I asked Bill Subert that
yeah,
last month when we interviewed him.
Uh-huh.
He said, no, that was quite a event, wasn't
well, it was, except when he got going backwards, running
Yeah.
into a chute.
it? Yeah.
And when you want, I'll give you some, can we talk about some more stuff?
Absolutely.
I can remember this as a kid. On the wild horse races, they used to gunny sack their eyes
Okay.
and bring them across the arena, which was all grass arena in those days, and we had a little portable fence along the track is all there was. And they put them on the track, take it off and go, and then you got a wild horse race. Well, this one time, this one horse broke loose, gunny sacked. Went straight across the arena as hard as he could run and hit them bucket chutes and killed himself.
Just running blind.
Yeah, oh, I
Literally
never
just running
forget that.
blind.
That was
That's
awful,
tough.
yeah. He just broke loose
Yeah.
and, I don't know, that's back when we had races here. We had squaw races, Indian chief race, everything you want, you know?
That's one thing, down the line, we asked things that you missed and things that you liked that stayed the same. That's
Yeah.
one thing I miss is those track events.
Oh,
You know, those were,
and, well, too, the trick riders.
okay.
Oh, we used to have them here,
Yeah,
and you got locals. Oh, I forgot Bernice's mother used to babysit me. I forgot her. She was married to Bates Taylor, and yeah, they're both trick riders.
okay,
Here, they also rode in Madison Square Garden, Boston,
yeah.
and then we had locals here. Dorothy Looney. No, you wouldn't know her. And oh gosh, I'm trying to get the
Oscar
fellow.
Berger and his wife.
Oh, this is way later.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Peg Miner was a trick rider
Okay,
too.
that's right.
But this one, Ott McEwen, an old time, the oldest cowboy here. He lived at on Chestnut at 4th, where you come down the hill.
Okay, yeah.
There's houses that was all horse land in there
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff. And Ott taught her how to
Trick ride.
trick ride,
Oh.
and Dorothy did. Yeah, she later died in Missouri, I think. Yeah, yeah. Because she lived down by Orrin Busby, south of town, but she stayed up there with her uncle. I think Ott was her uncle. Yeah.
You're talking about the area around the rodeo grounds used to be rural. I
Yeah.
guess you'd
Oh,
say,
yeah.
Horse country, you say.
Yeah.
How would you describe the changes in the rodeo arena over time?
Well, now they've taken the track clear out, so we don't have that anymore.
You know,
And see, back years ago, that was open,
you know, you know.
and you had advertising all your back fence, and you could see all the races. You can't. And we had the big. Jimmy Smith had the bandstand up there
Okay.
playing the music. Yeah, and that. So it changes. Not that it's bad, you
No,
know.
it's
No
just
way.
Different, you know.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, and that's. I don't know. I think that they're doing good, doing the right direction. When they moved that calf pen down originally,
Yeah,
1975, 8? No, Wally Boyd was 8, he was the president.
Yeah, I was gonna
And I
say,
took
I was-
closed truck and hauled the loose cement in that, because we couldn't get a cement truck into the chutes.
oh, okay,
And that's when that new herringbone was built.
okay.
Now it's all changed, but yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, those chutes used to be over against that north wall.
Yeah.
that northwest corner. And that
Right.
was a tough,
Right, oh,
tough angle for a cowboy.
yeah, Harry Charter, he's an old-time cowboy, came out, hooked his leg and broke it. He wasn't very happy with us.
No, probably not.
So, guys, yeah. Good. And I wanted to tell you another thing about the stock. Now, back then, Chestnut was pretty much gravel. There wasn't much. And they used to bring all the bucking stock out of rodeo grounds, herd them, up Chestnut, down to Capitol, out Capitol, to what's South Willow.
Okay, yeah.
and turned, and across from where the church is, it was all empty fields with fence. That's where they put the bucking stock.
So each night after the rodeo, they
Yep.
pasture them out there? and
Yeah,
have 'em-
I'd watch them bring it, because I lived on Capitol just past Chestnut.
Okay.
I'd watch them bring all the horses, and yeah.
I'll be darned. The stock contractor, I guess him and his hired hands would bring them down, or was
Not
it?
him, probably her, Rose Wall,
Okay,
and Muma and Bernard,
yeah,
Tim Bernard, yeah, that's who had them now.
Okay.
Yeah, this way, I'm going back now.
yes, you are, yeah.
But that's how they used to do them, and bring them up. And that's when, where the army is today, is where the Indians kept all their horses back then,
Okay.
too.
It was a big open field, or
Yeah,
meadow.
and they had this, one day these gals racing, Indian gals, northwest corner, there was a hole there, and this one's horse's hind foot got in there, stuck the bone out when it broke,
Oh,
and took it over there, and I remember, you don't know, your father was, Shy Love was a policeman here,
okay.
and Shy came out and shot the horse, and had to, yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah, but they were always a big part and came, and of course, you don't have the teams today in the parade that we had. You know, they had all those team of horses, pulled everything, and you never saw any cars.
Yeah, what I can remember as a youngster, the Ellensburg Rodeo Parade being billed as the horsiest parade in the world.
West, yeah, you're west, whatever, yeah, you're right, it was.
And,
We didn't have any, well, that one today you can see on Channel 2. They do, it shows you right there, there isn't a vehicle in that parade.
yeah.
No, it's all horses and a big parade, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah.
What other stories do you have for us or events you'd like to share? Wally?
Well, I'd like to remember a name if I could. I'm having a hard time. World champion bull rider and trick rider, little fella.
Well, not Donnie Gay.
No, no,
He
no.
wasn't a trick rider.
No, no, no.
Word before him, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Back in the late 30s and that. Dang it, I don't think so. Anyhow, he was here. And you know Hardy Shore.
Yeah.
He likes to tell the story. Damn, I wish I could remember this guy, because I saw the guy after he retired in Denver at the convention.
Okay.
Well, and I told him, remember, and he put tears in his eyes. I can't think what his name. Anyhow, not only trick rider, world champion bull rider, 35, 36. Well, he's got them fancy blue shafts on, and he's really dolled up. And Hardy says, some guy says, who in the heck is he? The fellow said, if you don't know now, wait and watch him ride the bull. You know who he is.
You'll see, yeah.
World champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he ride good?
Huh?
He must have rode well.
Oh, did he ever? You
Yeah.
betcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trick Road here, yeah. Dang it, I can't remember. Some name slipped me anymore.
I'm trying to think when the last time we had a trick riding act. They've gone out of vogue, I guess.
Oh, yeah, we had the Steens out of California.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember they came up and were in it, 2 girls and a brother, yeah. But I don't know, they did, yeah, back when I was kidding, we had more trick riders here.
Yeah, it was almost a standard event.
Right,
You know,
right, it was.
a-
And how about the ropers?
Yeah.
You don't have any of that, I know. Oh, don't
No,
have
there's
it.
none of that Monty Montana style.
No.
Trick roping.
I was at Pendleton one time. Their guest was on the board. And my wife was sitting here and Monty sitting next to her.
Oh,
I said, you know who you're sitting next to? No, who? Monty. Who's she? Who's he? She didn't know.
burst his bubble, didn't it? Poor guy.
If he didn't ride here, she didn't know him.
Yeah.
No, she was wonderful. Yeah.
Well, anything else you'd like to add? Parting comments, Wally? or-
Well, I'm just trying to think of something else that from the old days they don't have, have now. And of course, I'd mentioned before, that was all grass infield,
Yeah,
That's where the colleges play football and everything.
that's right.
Yeah.
Didn't the high school play there?
Oh, yes,
Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was-
they all did, yeah. So I guess Pendleton still got grass, but we don't. And
Yeah, their high school team still plays.
Oh, yeah,
on the
yeah,
Ground up
yeah.
grounds.
So I'm just trying to, anything else I had too, we had all the world champions here though,
Yeah, it's been a traditional stop
Oh.
for any who's who in rodeo. Really.
Well, yeah, and Linderman's,
Yeah,
poor Bill was killed, that's Paladera killed him. The guy
those
was,
small planes. Boy, they
no,
go
it was a big jet he
Oh,
was
it
in.
was, oh.
And even the tower thought it was gonna crash. What the guy did, from flying him, I know what you gotta do. He pulled a power off and got a sink rate built up in it.
Huh?
Well, you don't take, that's not a reciprocating engine, you can't just go, you gotta let it wind up again. So he pushes up and it's got to spool up. Meanwhile, you're coming out of the sky and he hits it darn hard. That's a Kill Bill. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's what I learned flying them. And watch that sink rate. You know, you get her coming with you. Kaboom.
Keep it in the air, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else I was. Heck. I know the fellows all travel more these days, as
Well,
you
yeah.
did too, you know.
Yeah.
That's completely changed.
That sure has.
Yeah.
Yeah, rodeo cowboys would come to the Ellensburg rodeo for a week at a time. And
Yeah,
would
right.
Now they're in here for a few hours and flying off to another 2 or
Well,
3 rodeos.
before I was on the board, I worked at 8th Street Gate,
Okay,
and as soon as bareback was done, up on 8th, that's where they parked, opened the gates and let the bareback out to Walla Walla.
yep, and
Yeah.
there they'd go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so it changed in those days, you know, from what it was. So, but
Do you
can I
have
tell
a-
you one good one?
Let's hear it.
You can edit this out if you don't mean to know. The year Donnie gave one, what his 7th one, by $14 or something.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he was in Ellensburg that year. And he got a high marker, I forget what it was. And that evening, John Taylor, the barrelman, and I were standing up above talking, and Donnie came by. And John says, well, they gave you 10 for who you were, didn't they? And they did, and he admitted it.
Yeah.
That's how he won the world.
Yeah, I'll be,
Yeah, they just,
yeah, he held the arena record, may still hold it, I guess.
yeah,
Right. Or
but
just
that's
broke
how
it
you got,
recently, that-
according to John Taylor, that's how
Yeah.
you got it
Well,
too.
you hear that a lot, yeah. That's why I kind of prefer the timed events. That stopwatch doesn't lie.
Oh, yeah, I know, gosh sakes.
Yeah.
No, I've made so many good friends and contractors too. When my boy graduated law school down at the University of Tulsa, had a rodeo on there.
Okay.
Harry Volt said, Wally, what are you doing here?
Oh, be darned.
And he was there, John Taylor was there, I forgot who all, I saw more. And you remember the name Glenn McSpadden?
Sure.
Well, we went into the rodeo and you're sitting right next to the announcer booth in there. Oh, Glenn, like, oh, he said, yeah, and Wally Dillon, his wife's close here from Ellensburg Rodeo. Because I knew him well, yeah, yeah.
Well, you touched on something that we often hear as well, and that is the family orientation, not your blood family, but the rodeo family.
Yeah,
And how you, as you just said, you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you're surrounded by people that you know from the Ellensburg
Oh, yeah.
rodeo.
well, that's, one year we're going south and it was Father's Day in Reno Rodeo.
Okay, yeah.
So Chloe says, well, let's stop, I'll take you to rodeo. Okay, well, you had to park up behind the bug and shoot when I played. At the rodeo, I think 5 guys came, I'm trying to think now, one's the world champion bareback rider, his son is now. Hi, Wally, I knew all those guys.
Louis Field, maybe.
Board members don't
Yeah.
today, but I knew them, and
Yeah.
they knew me,
Yeah.
and the clowns and everybody else, yeah.
Well, yeah, and when you talk to professional cowboys, they say that about the Ellensburg Rodeo, the
Oh, yeah.
committee men and
Yeah.
the community.
I don't know how they got to know. I remember going to Denver, and they all seemed to know who I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know, you know. They were all drunk riders, I guess. I don't know, but and then we were going through California, Redding, I guess it was. That big rodeo there.
Yeah,
Parade and close it were blocked here. Let them just go out and go to the grounds.
Yeah.
It's okay. So with my buckle, I went upstairs, and Harry Volt was up there, and who was announcing in front of mine, and Christensen girls were there, trick riders, and it was neat.
sure,
Well,
yeah.
well, the program was only left over, but I hung on to it all these years, and about a year ago, Tuffy Morrison across the street, at a yard sale, I said, Tuffy, come here a minute, look at this. Look at these Broncos. Larry Mahan, who was this Tuffy Morris? Danes.
Just Duffy Morris.
I gave it to him.
I bet he
Boy,
liked
he
that.
studied that.
Yeah.
He said, I've been talking to Danes in Canada. Well, he rode too.
Okay, yeah,
So I don't know, you'll meet those people and then just forever you know them.
yeah. That's kind of that's the cowboy way, isn't it?
That is,
Yeah.
and those Christian girls were just so neat, except,
Kathy and what was the other one's name?
no, Vicky.
Vicky,
Yeah, she married a bareback rider, Tatum. He was no good and beat on her, so she's no longer married to him. Yeah, Donnie Tatum was his name, I think. But, yeah, we were in Denver, and, you know, you put on a party for the other committees. Got it all set up, and, I'm going to have fun. And in came the 2 Christensen girls, one on each side. They said, Chloe said to stand here all hours and watch you. Oh,
did,
I said, aren't you nice people? Oh, golly, yeah. So, I don't know. Hey, it was fun. And Bobby Romer, I took him over to the Children's Hospital, and he went in just like you're dressed now and did that in front of him. And they sure appreciated it.
Put his clown face on.
Yeah,
In front of him.
and then I had to take DeRosa. Gosh, I forgot her name now, the one that was a princess. Her sister teaches school here, Smith now or something, Schmidt. Anyway, they're all, but I had her, and they told us to go over to Cairo TV, and they're gonna have you on noontime news. So we're sitting there, and they played it, and they said, I can't remember her name, DeRosa, something. That's where Princess Cindy, anyway, DeRosa and Wally Dillon be back from the Ellensburg Rodeo. I looked over, she said, I'm gonna faint. I said, I'll bet I kill you if you do. I said, just answer. If you stumble, I'll pick it up. You know, because they get on Who's the Sons, like Copenhagen's.
Okay.
And the shoulder, they pulled that on me. I could name them.
Yeah.
Even if John Foster said, I said Copenhagen, I didn't. He was watching to hear, because he always gives a sheet what all to do and where to go. Yeah, a lot of fun with them. So.
Who are some of the other board members that you served with, Wally?
Oh boy, a lot of them are gone now. I just looked the other day, 9 that were with me are gone.
Yeah.
But well,
You mentioned Buck. And
oh yeah, Buck and Low Driver, Hardy Short. Look how I'm going. Bob Neely,
yeah.
Chuck Scott,
Okay.
who I grew up with. Yeah,
Okay.
he was on there. He wanted me on the board. 78, Wally Boyd was president then, and John Thieves was on there. Yeah. Oh boy, you like to get my brain, don't you?
No, I just tell the stories.
God, I was looking at that list the other day. I thought, my God, I kind of ticking off as we're losing them. So, no, Buck was such a good boy. He was a real buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
yeah. Yeah, that's why that night they were doing the selection out the sale yard. And the board had their meeting there, and your dad resigned from the board.
Okay.
So immediately Buck says, okay, I'm putting Wally Dillon up.
We'll put his
I've been working the gates for him and that, you know, yeah. No
How
one
long
did.
were you on the board?
12 years. Quite a few, that's about, and then Glenn Madsen took my place.
Okay.
But no, you know, after a while, that's
Well,
enough.
that's a commitment.
Well,
A
yeah.
lot of people, you often hear them say, oh, those rodeo board guys, they just go to convention and have fun. Well, that's,
Oh,
I
no,
mean, you
yeah.
have fun and you go to convention, but you're working and earning your
Oh, yeah.
keep. That's
Yeah,
quite
no.
a commitment. No.
Yeah, there sure is. It's, I don't know. You do the thing and do it right,
Well,
you know, and
I want to thank you for your service, not only to the Ellensburg Rodeo, but to our country
Oh, thank you.
and community.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
well, I'm getting old. We had a class reunion a few weeks ago, 6 of us there on our 80th from first grade at the Washington Grade School.
Can you say any of those names?
Sure.
Let's hear it.
Walt Bates, Jim Connis, his brother died, but Jim was there. Hold on now, gosh, I had them all. Wilma Bowers, that was Roy Bowers' sister, if you know her, yeah. Floridel, no, I don't know if Florida was, Maxine Florida was, yeah. I'm trying to-
Flordell, she was in your class?
Yeah, she was, sure was, yeah.
What was her maiden name?
Mitchell,
Mitchell.
Floridel Mitchell, yeah. I'm just trying to think, gosh, I know all those names that went down, and I can't, don't get old in the mind.
It's pretty darn sharp.
Hey, I'll tell you a funny one. I want to put this on. Remember the Agan brothers,
Yeah. Oh,
wild
sure.
horse racers?
Yep, big guys from California.
Yeah, yeah. I was out to Bill's, one of them, Bill's house and everything. You know, they're really close friends. We grew to be.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, and Denise was over at Moses Lake Rodeo, and invited them to come over to our rodeo. And they said, "Well, we wild horse racing." "Oh, you don't either. Come over and watch our rodeo." Well, they came over and they won.
She thought they were a singing act is all?
I don't know what she thought, but they won. And he says, we won and we're out there. And she says, ain't gonna give you your buckle. Oh, they got to be great friends, yeah.
Yeah, they were, I'd forgotten the Aiken brothers. They were staples for a number of years. I don't know how many times they won the Wild
Oh,
Horse
yeah,
Race.
yeah. They didn't like Pendleton. They claimed Pendleton was using bareback horses instead of wild.
Oh,
And we brought horses off Wolf
Reservation.
Point. Yeah, these were wild.
yeah.
You betcha. So, I remember one little white mare, she never did get saddled in 3 days.
That's a crowd pleaser for sure.
Oh, yes, that was, you know, don't get hurt too bad,
No.
but, yeah, I don't know. But I
Wally-
enjoyed my time I was on Rodeo, had good friends. Had a special backer, John Ludka. I remember he put me front page when I resigned
Yeah.
from the board. Yeah, heck. Well, not much more I can
Well, listen,
say about it.
we appreciate you coming in this afternoon, and